Folks, first and foremost, to be very clear, I am a patriot, okay? Well, actually, I'm a Christian first and foremost, and a soldier of Almighty God. But after that, I'm a patriot, and to be more specific, a populist. I'm not on the left, I'm not on the right, I'm not in the center, I am in the populist side of the political spectrum, or the patriotic side of the political spectrum. Now, sometimes in the history of this country, the right, well, currently right now, it's the right, which is the side of the patriots and the populists. But sometimes it's the left. But with that being said, you'd probably have to go back to the beginning of the 20th century under Wilfrid Laurier, when he was leader of the Liberal Party and he was prime minister, when you could talk about a time when the left in this country was for the people and the right the right under Borden was the party of big business and royalty and British Empire and all this sort of stuff. And the Liberals were the Canadian party, Canada, not no Britain. But those days are over. Long time ago. Laurier is dead. We now have Justin Trudeau Longer and Mac Daddy. He's the one that represents the left in this country and his ilk, and they are anything but the patriot or for the people or populist or nationalist. It's the right. Now, with that being said, and this is just fact, this isn't emotion, this isn't what you want, this isn't how you feel or what's in your soul or whatever. This is fact. Sometimes we need to talk about facts and instead of what you feel or what you want or what's in your heart. This is fact that the only party, because of the way our electoral system is in Canada, first past the post, we don't have any mixed representation or a French-style system where there's runoff elections. We have first past the post and one election. A one man, one vote, or whatever it's called. The only party in Canada that has a chance to win for the right is the Conservative Party. That's the only one. Because of the way the system is. You have three major parties. Well, actually, you should two, because the NDP haven't won anything. The Liberals, Conservatives, and then, as I said, the NDP is kind of pushing it there because they haven't won anything yet, but they could, But it's three because of the history, because of the notoriety, because of the voter confidence and the money, and that's it. And people are afraid to split this and that and yada yada yada, especially on the right because it's only one. That's it. And Andrew Scheer, as leader of the only political party in Canada that can win for the right, has failed. Well, he has failed to unite the right, but the job of one of the most important jobs that the leader of the only political party in Canada that is to the right, which can win, one of the most important jobs they have is to keep the right united. And Andrew Scheer has failed to do that. So that's why I am calling on Andrew Scheer to resign as leader of the Conservative Party. And I'm calling for Maxime Bernier to come back to the Conservatives and try and be leader again. And you all can say, oh, you talk about all this main party stuff. Donald Trump did it. He knew it. You have the Democrats and the Republicans, and he chose the Republicans because, as I said, the right is currently the Patriot side. He cleaned house for the most part, and he's ticking off the list of things that he set out to do for America, keeping control of our borders, bringing back jobs, all this sort of stuff, keeping America safe. And he's doing successfully at that. So we need to do the same thing in Canada. We need to get the only party on the right which can win, somebody who can unite the right and who can inspire the right and who cannot anger the right like Andrew Scheer is doing, Maxime Bernier, or if you want someone else, but I would say Maxime because that's who I supported in the last leadership when everyone else was saying we don't want another Frenchman. Get that person in, unite the right, and let's win. Because I'm going to tell you, right now, we are staring defeat in the face. We're staring defeat in the face. What we're doing right now is not going to work, right? If the Mac Daddy were to call an election right now, we would lose so badly. We'd cry shame. We'd never look. We'd have to have a bag over our head. I mean, it would be over. It'd be over. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. I mean, and now I'm sure, the Scheer people are going to say, oh, well, you're just a Bernier PPC guy now. Oh, after all that stuff you said about you're just a Bernier. Just like when the Bernier people, when I was talking about a little unity on the right, they were saying, man, the Bernier people got mad at me. They were ready to they were ready to fight me. They want to boycott me, and they start cussing me. You're a Scheerite. Listen, y'all got to stop that foolishness that you're doing. The life isn't all black and white. So you have to form a recipe and have different colors and make something that can work. You can't just have this, if you say something, you say this one thing, which is a little bit of comment, oh, you're condemned to that side. Or you say one little thing, you're condemned to that side. I mean, we're not going to win like that. I mean, help me out here. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. Tell me, am I just wasting my time here? I mean, what is it? Do you think this is working? Do you think what is happening right now is working or gonna work? I mean, because if you do, then maybe there's no point in me trying to do anything anymore. But the thing is I love my country too much to shut up. I'm going to keep on talking to some of you hard-headed Canucks out there, both on the left and the right, until the common sense seeps in somehow. And finally, there is no way in hell that I'm going to be blindly loyal to one party or another, because life ain't black and white. I'm not a member of any party. The only time I ever become a member is so I could vote in the leadership because that's the rules. And then I just let the membership lapse. Because once you're a member, it's like people expect you to be blindly loyal to the leader and the party, and everything is right, and you can't say anything. And if you say something, some person in the party, big boy's office is going to call you up and say, shut up, you can't say that. What are you talking about? I mean, so that's why I've stopped volunteering for any party or working for any party or being a member of any party. I don't do that anymore because that's just, I can't be blindly loyal to one party or another. That's not gonna work because even the conservatives make mistakes. Now, as for Andrew Scheer, I mean, the reason why I feel he has not united the right is because he is too much of a political insider. This guy, I don't know, he can't inspire. And one of the other reasons, and this is something I noticed very early on in his career, he can't inspire people. He can't make good speeches. I mean, when he talks, it's like he's very monotone. He doesn't have the energy like I do. He just kind of... And we are going to... It's like you couldn't inspire a 6-year-old with ADHD who just ate 10 boxes of ice cream. You couldn't. You'd put him to sleep, Andrew. And you don't even have a policy platform yet. The PPC, this new party, I don't know, PPC, whatever it's called, they have policy after policy after policy. You hear Maxime Bernier all over the news, which I think the media is trying to use him to split the right. But anyway, but that's why you see him on so many things. If he were leader of the Conservatives, he wouldn't be on anything. They'd try to whatever. But, you don't have anything yet. And then you call the Conservative Party. People are saying you're calling it a centrist party now. I mean, come on. You're going to tick people off. And then you don't want to have an opinion on the UN migration compact. And you don't want to talk about certain vital things that people are concerned about, that patriots are concerned about. And you know, if anybody in your caucus does talk about it, I'm sure they're probably raked over the coals and say, keep quiet, don't anger, don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat. I mean, you have to rock the boat sometimes, actually. You have to, otherwise people are going to think you're a phony. They're just going to think you're a phony, and it's like, yeah, I know what this guy's thinking. I know what he's thinking. But he doesn't want to say it, that phony, that little phony there. He must be, I am voting for him. Listen, you had me in there. I would say it, and at least, I mean, I would say it in such a way that would make it make sense, and you can either decide to agree or disagree, but you'd respect me for saying it. I mean, that's the thing. And I don't hate Andrew Scheer. I don't think he's a bad person, but I think he's not the right person for these desperate times. Because right now, Canada's in a crucial position. We're in a crucial position. If we don't, listen, I mean, maybe we could survive if we lose the next election. But I mean, it's coming up close where Canada's going to become unrepairably dead. I'm telling you. So we need to really get serious. This isn't like Gretchen or defeating Martin or defeating John Turner or defeating Dalton McGuinty. We are defeating the son of Satan, Justin Trudeau, the long-haired Mac Daddy. He is the worst thing that has ever happened to this country since the blizzard of '68 and World War II and World War I put together, and the birth of Sasquatch. This thing is a piece of work. We need to get rid of him quick. But I don't think Andrew Scheer can do it. He's angered too many people on the base. And people say, oh, well, you need to get independence. I agree you need to get independence. But if you don't have a base, how are you going to have a roof? If you don't have a floor, how do you expect to create a roof? If you don't have your base on your side, how are you expected to get independence to support you? It just won't work. And even if you do get them, you still don't have a base. So, I mean, you can build the roof. I don't know how you're going to put sticks and stuff like that. But there's no floor. So it's not a house. It's not a victory. But I've said all I can say. I don't even know if it's reaching anybody. Because it's like, now you're going to get the Scheer people. He's in my burn neighbor. I'm going to unsubscribe now. I'm going to unsubscribe now. Just like the burn neighbor people did. And it's like, you just can't. I don't know. But anyway, for those of you who are my subscribers and who give me the opportunity to be your spokesman, I love you. I respect you. And this is the Arana Nation!